Alright guys, I've done a couple moto vlogs on this bike and had you guys with me when I bought it. I don't know if haven't posted those videos yet. Don't know if I will. But this one breaks my heart. It's my brand new Kawasaki 2022 Z900RS 50th anniversary model. I found this bike, fell in love with it, and bought it. Then I did something really stupid. I was moving it around in my garage and dropped it and put a dent in it right here. I don't know if you can see it. May not come out very well on this camera, but there's a dent there. So I'm gonna have to take the fuel tank off, take the fuel pump out, and I'm taking it to a paintless dent remover technician to hopefully get the dent out. Like I said, this makes me sick, but it's what happens sometimes, you know. You can't control everything in life. But so I thought I would take you with me as I do this. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do here is remove the rear seat. Underneath this, there's a little cover here that you pop the little rubber cover off. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. There's a little cover underneath here. Then you've got a spot to put your key, and you can take the seat out by unlocking this cover. I don't know if you can see there. Did I get it? Okay. So then the seat should come off. Probably have to do this two-handed, so I'm gonna put the camera down for a minute. Okay, then after you get the seat unlatched, you just lift it back and off. I'm gonna remove, there's two bolts here that you have to take out. You have to take these two breather lines off, and then there should be two bolts in the front also. Yep, I think they're right up here, and I think then you can lift the tank up and disconnect the fuel lines underneath. I tried to run this as low as I could on gas, so I'm just going to have to drain the rest of the gas out. Probably about a gallon left in it. And then should be able to lift the tank off. And then, like I said, I'm going to have to pull the fuel pump out of it, because to get access to this dent, I did take the bike by and showed it to him, and he couldn't reach the dent from the filler cap. So I'm gonna have to try to take that off and send him some pictures, make sure he can have access, that'll be good enough access to it, and then prep it to... Okay, what you have to do here is you have to take the two screws out here, and that lets you remove this plastic panel, this side panel that you can see that runs down through here. So we're gonna... And these two screws right here, I used a 4mm Allen. So then you'll have to take these bolts out here that hold the tank down. Alright, I've got those four bolts out. The front one was a 5mm, the back one was a 4mm. So here's the fuel lines and the connector for the fuel pump. So next we're going to remove those. There's a, I don't know if you can see in here, the little plastic red clip. You just put the screwdriver in there, and it's supposed to be able to pop that back, and that fuel line should come off. I'm going to put a rag down underneath, so if it leaks any fuel, it doesn't go anywhere. And then we'll get that connector out right there. Alright, there you can see the clip is disconnected, and the line just slid right out once you disconnected that clip. You got the small, or the fuel pump line out. So now this tank should be ready to come off, and we'll have to drain the tank and get this fuel pump out. And you can see the fuel pump there underneath, or at least the cover for the fuel sending unit and the pump. So we're going to pop that off next. Alright, here we have the fuel pump assembly. Sorry, I'm fighting allergies right now. So we're going to take these 6 bolts out and drop this down. It, you know, if the baffle's not in the way, it looks like he could probably have room to get his pushing dent tools in there. So keeping our fingers crossed. All right, there's the fuel pump assembly is out. And I don't know if you can see in here. I'll try to see if I can take you in there, but I don't know if you can see, but you can just see the start of the dent right there. So I think this is going to work where he can get to it this way. So let's hope and pray he can. He said he could probably glue pull it, but if he glue pulls it, he'll have to do it on the bike, and now I have the tank off. So hopefully he can do it like this. And you know, I really don't like the idea of glue pulling because you can pull paint. He said it's very unlikely, but there's that possibility, and I don't want to have to take this to a body shop and get it repainted. So, and I'm trying not to go through insurance because I don't want to put a claim on my insurance and then have my insurance go up. So we're going to try to get away with this. Hopefully this will work. I will be back after we take it to him. One note also about this that I forgot to say is, in taking the tank off, this is the air cleaner, so you have to, if you're going to change your air cleaner, you have to take your tank off anyhow. So this is the steps on how to do it, and then just to change the air cleaner, you'll just remove all these screws that go around the air cleaner housing, and that's how you change your air filter. So just thought I'd throw that out there as well. So, you know, I will have to do this again at some point when it's time to change the air filter, but right now this bike has 300 miles on it, and it's a long ways from needing the air filter cleaned, so, or changed. So, but that is how you do it as well. All right, I just got my tank back from the paintless dent company, or technician. Looks amazing. Can't even tell that anything had happened to this tank. He did such a great job. I'm gonna plug him right now. If you're in the Northern Virginia area, here's his card. Pro Dent Solutions. It's in Winchester, Virginia. And man, he did such an amazing job. This, you can't even tell. I'm so happy with it. And you know, it wasn't a huge dent, but it had some complex areas because it kind of forked out and had a crease right here. And man, he did an amazing job. I'm so happy with it. It makes me so happy that he was able to fix it. So now I'm going to put the fuel pump back in it and get ready to put it back on the bike. Okay, so I just set the fuel pump and the sending unit back in. This has to point out towards the left side. So it's upside down now, so this will be the left side once it rolls over. And I'm just going to put the 5 bolts back in it and tighten them up. Okay, I got all the bolts put back in. I don't know what the torque setting was supposed to be on this. I don't have the manual yet, but I just tightened them all down. I didn't go crazy on it, just kind of got them where they bottomed out and gave them a little snug turn. So hopefully we don't have any leaks. The seal that was in there looked good, made sure it was in place, so hopefully it's good to go. So now we're going to put it on the bike. Okay, what I did first was, there's 2 5mm Allen bolts here that hold the front part of the tank on. I just put those in where they just starting to catch a little bit, just to kind of hold the tank on, and then I'm going to lift the rear of the tank up and hook everything up. I don't have a tripod with me, so I'm going to just connect everything back up and then I'll be back. Okay, hope you can see what I did here. There's that green cable there is the fuel pump connector. So I just connected that in, and then right there's the fuel line that comes in, connected that in. What I did was just put a roll of tape, electrical tape there, just to hold the tank up high enough where I could get my hands in and connect those. All right, we got the two breather hoses that go on. What I like to do with these rubber hoses is I'll just take this brush and I put it in some rubbing alcohol and I'll rub it on there. That rubbing alcohol acts as a lubricant and helps those lines just slide on really easy. Probably can even just do it with one hand here, we'll see. Just, sorry, my hand's in the way, but let's see if we can get it with one hand. Nope, I'm gonna probably have to have two. So I'm gonna put it down, we'll slide these lines in, and then we'll continue from there. Okay, now that I got those in, I went ahead and put the two mounting bolts in here to hold the back part of the tank. Now I'm going to tighten up the front two bolts on the tank using the 5mm Allen, and then we'll put the two side panels on and the screws that hold those on. Okay, I snapped both side panels back on. I did the same thing on these that I did with these breather hoses. I just put some of the rubbing alcohol on the tabs that snap into the rubber, and it helps them just snap right in really easy. And then, like I said, it evaporates off and it doesn't leave that sticky residue that's real hard to get them off the next time. Put these two Allen bolts in there. Those are 4mm Allens. And like I had said before, this is the same procedure you'll have to do to change the air filter to get underneath your tank. And, you know, change the air filter, fuel filter that's built into that housing where the fuel pump is. All right, got the seat back on. So now the only thing left to do is put gas in this thing and start it up. I'm going to do that later on, and my battery's almost dead in this camera. But I hope this helps you out. And if you have to, you know, do the air filter or fuel pump, fuel filter, whatever you may need to do, I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. So happy to have my baby back, and like I said, I'm blown away about how good of a job he did. And ProDent Solutions in Winchester, Virginia, did an amazing job. Tank looks great, and bike looks back to its beautiful self. I love this bike, and you know, I wanted to post this video because everybody makes mistakes and drops things, or you know, has something that happened. But thankfully he was able to fix this. It cost a little bit, but it was worth it to me to have this bike looking brand new like it is. Only has 300 miles on it, so you know, you make a mistake, you learn from it, and you know, that's what life's all about. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. Hope this helps you out. Thank you.